What's up, what's up? It's your boy coming back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about issues in the trucking industry and what role different people play, why it's an issue, and where do you stand. So, the first thing is going to be regulations. Regulations are the biggest issue in this industry. And the reason it's an issue is because we have all these regulations on the trucker. We have regulations on like how the product's made and how it's consumed and sold and all that, but we don't have any regulations on DOT. They're not regulated. Brokers are not regulated, and I'm not talking price. Brokers should not be regulated on what they sell a load for. They shouldn't. I'm not regulated on how much I can charge, so you can't regulate them on what they can charge. It's your job as a business owner to know your cost and stand your ground. Simple business economics 101. There's no regulation on the shipper and receiver either. And I'll explain what each one on what I mean. So, as far as DOT, there's a green book that's got all your regulations in it, right? Well, the problem with that book is a lot of it is up to DOT, the officer's discretion. If it's up to their discretion, then why is it regulation? Like, you can't give me a law that says, well, it's only what they understand and what they decide to do. That's like wearing a seatbelt. Okay, is it up to my discretion if I wear a seatbelt? No. But yet it's up to the officer's discretion whether or not they enforce a law. And I know people are going to say, well, Hotshot, you get away with this, that, you should let it go. No. Proper conduct fears no exposure. You do the right thing, you don't have that problem. But there's a law that states if my books, like if I don't have my 7th day started, but I have my previous 6, DOT has to let me fix the law. Nope. Up to their discretion. The tape on the back of your truck, is it enough? Up to their discretion. Is the tire correct? Up to their discretion. You know, if it's too close, like it's supposed to be 8 inches, you know, but they just measure one spot and say, oh, it's too low. Too much is up to their discretion. And it should not be. Another big one for hot shots is the not operating a tractor trailer or a semi truck if you have a restriction. Well, it's up to their discretion whether it's a semi truck or not, because some guys say, oh, it's got a 5th wheel, it's a semi truck. Other guys say, oh, it's not configured for that, it's not a semi truck. I've had guys put out of service with a bed on their truck and a 5th wheel because the officer says, oh, semi truck has got a 5th wheel. So they're not regulated, you know, and we're used as a piggy bank. Like, there's no reason at all that there needs to be so many unsafe roadsides. Why do we need roadside inspections? You have scale houses. You know what I mean? Like, if you're sitting in the middle of the road and I drive by and you decide to inspect me, what is your probable cause? There isn't one. they don't need one. Targeted. My opinion, it's targeted. You have a scale house. I drive through your scale house. If I blow your scale house, light me up. If I pull in, you don't like what you see, expect me. But the general public can't be pulled over for just driving, but I can. Some commercial. What about commercial makes it to where I'm illegal and should be inspected randomly? Nothing other than money. So this is going to go like, this can go with like insurance and also FMCSA, but a lot of the regulations are targeted at the little guys. And number one example, my opinion, insurance. I have to have insurance. You have to have insurance. Every owner-operator, every single truck, just about every trucking company has to have insurance. Why can a mega fleet just make a bond and not need insurance? They don't need insurance. As long as they got $1 million bond in the bank, they're good. Well, that makes an unfair advantage because they can hire anybody because there's no repercussions on their insurance. There's nobody saying, oh, this guy's unsafe, or this guy's got too many points, or this guy did this. There's none of that with those guys. They can literally hire anybody. But if I want to hire somebody, which is for my safety and the consumer safety, which I'm okay with, that guy's put through the ringer. But yet, the mega fleet, he's not put through the ringer. So, in my opinion, that makes the industry and the road unsafe. Because nobody's vetting this guy except for the company that's only thinking about the bottom line. That's it. So, my opinion, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. You know, you want to regulate me with insurance, regulate them. Don't give them the option because they're rich to do what they want when they want. Why does it shouldn't work that way? But it does. Because money runs this country. And we all know that. But if we're really trying to fix how this country's run, we're really, going after equality and, all that stuff. Let's start with where the issues lie, not where we think they lie. So now this section we're going to talk about the brokers, shipper, receiver. They're all on the same team. What do I mean by that? They don't. The broker will not and does not work for the trucking company, essentially. I needed an appointment change. They wouldn't change it. Not the shipper wouldn't change it. The broker would not call. Because they don't care about what I deal with. They don't care about what I go through. They don't care that I picked up yesterday at 9 o'clock and I can't drop off till tonight, 4 o'clock. They don't care. It does not matter to them. Neither of them understand the true cost of trucking. Most of them don't understand how trucking works. Like these rates that they try to get moved, the broker, not the shipper, the broker, it's not based on anything other than what truckers will take. There's no, alright, so the trucks cost X amount to move, blah, blah, blah. That's not what it's based on. And it should be, but it's not. It's based on, oh, cheap truckers over here, these guys are run dirt cheap. These guys over here don't run cheap. That's how it works. You know, I've run loads where, you know, they make $500-600 off a load. That sounds like a lot of money, but it's based on what the, you know, it's based on a percentage most of the time and the top number. But I want you to think about something. So 10%, how much, what can you do with 10% of your gross? What can you do? Fuel? Maintenance? You know, to put it in perspective, fleet owners that lease on companies charge 10% for their numbers most of the time. When a broker's making 10% for entering information into the system. And you're going to say, well, Hotshot, you want to complain about it? Do it on your own. Working on it. I'm working on it. So, I now have directs on both ends. Both ends. It's cool. I'm not saying a broker shouldn't make money. I'm just saying you as a trucker need to limit them. Don't count on the government to regulate them. Because if they regulate them, they're going to come back and regulate us more. You know why? Because a lot of those brokers are bigger companies. A lot of those brokers are also the mega carriers, which means they got more money. I'm in line right now to get a truck wash and wipe probably 20 trucks. I bet you I couldn't walk around here and put 50 bucks together. If I said I need a donation, we're going to fight FMCSA, how many of you think would give me money? None. You know what they're going to say? It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. They just give it up right out the gate. So, they don't understand the appointments. Like, there's a lot on the load board. This is really bad in dry van, I noticed it. Don't want you to run a load. They don't want you to drop your trailer off for 24 to 48 hours. You want me to drop my trailer and go sit at the truck stop for 2 days for you to unload a $1,000 load, $1,500 load. You know the sad part? People do it. Some people actually will do that. You know why? Because they don't understand the numbers either, at all. And that's what happens. That's how we get screwed as truckers. That boy got some tarps over there. So, we really need to work together. And most brokers, they're not concerned with building relationships either. They don't want a relationship. They don't want to have to work to build your trust, earn it, and all that. It's easier than to put it on the load board, whoever calls. Because they can make more money dealing with random Joe Blow. Because, like, I run Maine to home, back and forth. I know what them rates run. They don't want to deal with me because they can't hold a couple extra dollars because I know what it goes for. They want the guy that doesn't know, that doesn't understand, that will give them the couple extra dollars. That's what they want. It's that simple. But now, let's get down to what part we play. Drivers. Biggest problem with drivers in this industry. Anybody want to take a guess? themselves mentality. They don't care about helping the next guy. But I can tell you, because I'm on this side, when they need help, they're quick to call and ask for help. But when you need help, or when you're trying to get a group of guys together to tackle a situation, they don't want to help. You say, don't run cheap freight. You know what they say? Yeah, don't run it, I'll run more. They'd rather make 10 cents a mile than hold out and make 50 cents a mile. Because they don't believe, they call them non-believers. They don't believe what the true numbers of freight are out here. If I told guys the real rates coming from directs, they'd call me a liar. Because a lot of people believe that the load board is the rate. The load board is not the rate. That's spot market rate. What you want to work is the shipper to broker. You want that rate. That's the true rate. You need to fight for that. You need to understand that it's real. You know what I mean? We disrespect the industry. Truckers disrespect in this industry. What am I talking about? Look around the truck stop. Trash everywhere. Look at how many signs say no parking, no truck parking. Now, they close the rest areas because they can't afford to employ people to clean up after truck drivers. Grown men. Oh, we can't open it. Why not? Because y'all make a mess and we can't afford to clean it up. Do I blame them? No. Wouldn't want you in my house either. Road rage. Disrespectful driving. Cutting other drivers off. Trying to fight with other drivers. The racist BS that happens on both sides. It's all nonsense. It's all industry disrespect that has no place in 2021. I don't want anybody to say anything about the racial nonsense. I just brought it up and it's a point. If I see a comment, I'm going to delete you, not the comment. But that's more of, when I say that, I mean more disrespect and, you know, not understanding or caring about another driver. Don't know the true rates. You don't know what your truck costs. You don't know what the lane goes for. Hold on. Don't understand how much it really costs for you to go down the highway, for you to idle at night. None of it. Just don't understand. Lack of education. I blame it on veteran drivers. Nobody's willing to help. Nobody. You know, and there's even posts on my comments. You're going to bring more people, or posts on my videos. You're going to bring more people into the industry. Bring them in. Bring them in. If I can bring people in and teach them the right way and get rid of the nonsense, let it ride. Let it ride. Because cheap freight will only get you so far. I don't run cheap freight. And I can tell you, there's times that I look at my numbers, and in my opinion, they're a little skimp. But if I compare them to another guy's numbers, they're not skimp. But just the amount of cushion that I like to have compared to what another guy has. I seen a guy, remember where the market, it's pretty good right now. I seen a guy post, he's a broker, dispatcher, whatever he is. And he posted a map. His lowest rate in an area was $1.75. You know what his highest was? $2.15. I ran a load, even load board, under $2.50 in months. There is absolutely no reason you should be running in the ones or under $2.50. There's just no need for it. No reason at all. But guys do it. And I understand, you know, some guys, they're not willing to do what it takes to get what needs to be gotten. That's your prerogative. But, you know, don't trash the market, talk crap about the market if it's your problem. So, it's kind of, you know, that's most of what I got, you know. I say top 3 issues in the trucking industry, but there's more than 3 issues there, but you understand what I'm saying. So, it starts with you. I don't care what you are, driver, dispatcher, broker, fleet owner, wheel polisher. If you're a wheel polisher and you're cheap, you're part of the problem. Make it to where they can't afford to run cheap freight and polish their wheels. You ain't coming in this Blue Beacon if you're running cheap freight. I'm here to tell you. $1.60 a pop running through here. Yeah, probably $1.20. You ain't cheap freighting it through here. Get all your prices up. Look at where the world is today. Everything is up. Let's keep it up. Drivers are getting raises they don't even expect. So that's the problem. My perspective with the industry. You look in the mirror, you're looking at the solution. You ain't got to be the problem to be the solution. So if you learned anything from this, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment, what do you think is the biggest problem? What do you think is the #1 problem? 2021 trucking industry, let's fix it. Like, share, subscribe, hit that ding ding, and I will see you